So into kind of the managing and like music writing side of things, because BBE is very much into the music side of things.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite artist that you've gotten to work with?
Ooh. Yikes. Oh, man. That's tough because I know whoever I say, everyone else is going to be hurt about
I was
it.
gonna say, how about we rephrase the question and not do favorite artist? How about instead, do you have like a funny story or like a fun story from an artist?
Ooh, fun story. Yikes. Okay. I'm going through my memory bank because I've worked with so many artists over the years. Oh, you know what? Funniest story. Love this, but don't love it at the same time. So I was interviewing a DJ because I used to do for Melly's Couch or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like a really different interview because we couldn't, like, scheduling wise. So we were just like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do it at your job. He's like, yeah, come to my job at this time. Like, nobody's going to be there. Cool. Pull up to the job, do the interview. Then after the interview, he's like, oh, do you want, or not even after, but like during it, he's like, I'm going to teach you how to DJ or whatever. And I was like, oh, this is hilarious. So I'm like on camera and I'm like, boop, boop, like literally like the time of my life learning how to DJ. Ask me to DJ now, I have no idea what I'm doing on those turntables. But that was definitely fun. And then after that, he had an event that night too. So then we followed him there too to the event, and I was in the booth like fake DJing. So I would say that would probably be the funniest. But the reason I say it's not funny is because he did lose his job after that. Like at the like record store that he was at. And I was like, ooh. And then I'm like, I felt bad because I'm like, was it my fault? And he's like, no. He's like, they were going to fire me anyway. I'm like, but I still felt bad because it happened like right after.
It's just like it happened to like happen at that time.
Yeah.
You're like, I shouldn't have been touching your equipment, huh?
Yeah, probably shouldn't have been doing all of that. But it was definitely a funny situation for sure.
That's so fun. And you also have mentioned that managing isn't something that you really were like wanting to do at the beginning, and you kind of shied away from it. Is there something? It doesn't necessarily have to be about managing. It could be like something that's one of the hardest things you've had to do with one of your many careers and fields.
Oh, just in general?
Just kind of in general.
Professionally, I would say egos, like especially male egos.
Yeah.
It sucks because like being a female and like especially in the hip hop realm, it's very difficult. It's almost like you encounter men who are like, you got to prove yourself extra. Like, oh, is she really like a hip hop head? Like, yo, calm down, because you're not even like when I start stating certain facts or whatever, like, whoa. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, I know more than you. Yeah, so it's very much of that. Or like I've had situations where I've written like a review or something and they didn't like it, or they try to tell me what to do with my website. And I'm like, you didn't pay me for it.
Yeah.
You can't tell me anything, really. And then I have a disclaimer like, hey, regardless of if you get on the website, like it's an honest opinion, like you're not gonna, like I'm not gonna change it. Like,
well, yeah, and also it's your opinion.
Exactly. Like if you didn't want my opinion, then you shouldn't have submitted to me.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of like the male egos who are like, oh, I can't take the construct. It's like one negative sentence and it's like the end of the world. I'm like, well, maybe you just do better. I don't know what to tell you. Just do better.
Yeah. I was reading about your hosting article that you wrote about like leaving your ego at the door and like it's not about you, and I loved that.
Oh yeah,
because that's something I've always kind of related to as well, in the sense that it's like I literally worked an event the other day and I was like, are you kidding me, with like the male ego of things, and it's like, why am I doing all this work for less pay right now?
Yeah,
and you're sitting there on your phone and getting mad because people aren't like all about you.
Yeah, it's I think probably one of the biggest issues in this industry, for sure.
Yeah, so you also mentioned you work in like the hip hop field. if do you want to, or if you had to, what other music genre or like field would you want to go into?
Damn. I've never thought of another genre that I would want to be honest. Like hip
Was hip hop always like the dream from the start?
That was always my thing. Like, always my thing. I mean, like, I listen to pop music, stuff like that, but, like, hip-hop was always, like, the main thing. And what I would write about, primarily.
Yeah. Do you have a main artist you really love, or a music writer that you love?
Like, my favorite artist in, like, J. Cole.
J. Cole?
Jermaine Cole.
Okay.
My husband, the love of my life. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's my favorite, all-time favorite. I've been following him, or like it's funny because we were like a couple weeks ago with my friend, we were trying to figure out when we started listening to J. Cole. When he dropped, I was like, no, I've been a fan longer.
I was here first.
And we go back and I'm like, yeah, I was on the second album. She's like, oh, I didn't even know his name. I'm like, exactly. I was rocking with him back then. Like,
you're not a real fan.
You're not a real fan. Don't come to me about it. So yeah, definitely J. Cole, for sure.
Amazing.
Favorite. Love him.
And then last thing, a little plug for yourself. Oh. You are currently getting ready for the Midnight Club, right?
Yes.
So you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So Midnight Club is going to be... It's going to be like the best event of the year. Just saying. Young Tact came to me with the idea. He was here recently.
Yeah, he was amazing.
He's awesome. Love him. So we've connected over the months. Even when I was still in Miami, he was inviting me out to stuff, and I just schedules. So when I got here, like the first event I did I covered was Cataclysm that he did. And then after that, we just kind of continued the working relationship, and he's like, I want to do an event with you. And I was like, I've never done an event, but sure. And he's like, let's do my birthday. I'm like, all right. So we kind of, and it's like one of those, like, if you watch a hip hop doc and like, this is exactly what it was. Like, we went to like a bar, and that's how we planned it. Like, I literally still have like the slip of paper. It was somebody on the back of somebody's like grocery list because like I'm typing it on my phone, and I'm like, okay. And we're like, this doesn't work because we're trying to change things up. Yeah. Like, we had the lineup and everything figured out that night, and we're like, this isn't working. And so we're like, does anybody have a piece of paper? And she's like, I have the grocery list. I was like, you know what? That works. So literally like that's how we kind of figured it out. We actually changed the theme a few times I think we were just in an arcade mood that day because we had gone to like headquarters, and it was like, they have all the video games and stuff like that. So we were like, oh, we're going to do it arcade themed. And then as our meetings progressed and like we kept talking about it, we're like Midnight Club. So Midnight Club is what we're doing. Then two of the artists that I manage are on the ticket as well. We have so many big names. Sir Michael Rocks, Mike Terror, DJ Tay. We're for my first event. Like I said, it's apparently I can't do anything small. Like I just got to do things big. So
that's a good trait to have.
Yeah, I guess, but also pressure.
Stressful, yeah.
So the tickets are on sale now, pre-sales, and it's gonna be dope. Yeah. Really dope.
If you guys want to get tickets to that, we're going to put it in the description. Definitely go. It sounds like it's going to be incredible.
Yeah. And I would advise getting a pre-sale ticket just because, like I said, there's big names on the ticket, and you don't want to, like, get to the door and then it's, like,
sold out.
Like, we have a specific capacity, and we can't go past that, and it's not even on us. It's really on the venue.
I was going to say the venue looks really cool, too. Yeah. We were looking at it earlier today.
Yeah, I was there a few days ago, kind of checking things out, because I have some ideas we have, like, other, like, inner
decor
working.
And things like that.
And just kind of where I want to set up certain cameras and things like that. So it was, like, a little emptier that night, so I was able to kind of just scope it out and see, like, okay, I want to set this up there, I want to set that up there, because I'm also going to be doing media. So I'm going to be, like,
doing everything.
Doing all of the things.
What you're known for.
Yeah, doing all the things. So, yeah, that's, I'm probably not going to do a lot in May, because I just want to kind of focus on that event and make sure it goes off without a hitch kind of thing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's been so great having you.
Thank you.
Obviously, you have been Melly Starz, and we're going to put all of your information down in the description. So if you want to follow her on Instagram or Linktree or read all of her stuff, it's all going to be down there. And I have been Katie Roberts. Same with me. I'm just going to put my info down there as well. And stick around for tomorrow because we're going to do a fun little quiz game show with you.
Yeah.
So we'll see you then.